everybody, welcome back to my studio. My name is Jill. I am a reborn artist, which basically means that I make baby dolls that look and feel like real babies. And in today's video, I decided that I would take you guys on a tour of my studio/bedroom. This video has been requested a couple times in the last week, so I thought, why not go ahead and show you guys my beloved studio, aka my sanctuary. I call it my sanctuary because this is the place where I get to be myself. I get to be as creative as I want to be. I get to have alone time while I'm painting these babies. It's kind of like a meditation. It's very good for my soul to have this. So I like to keep my studio really nice and really beautiful. It's also my bedroom, so I try to keep it as clean as possible. So this is where I will paint these babies, and I start with a blank kit, and then I spend many days and many hours doing layers upon layers of very translucent layers of paint to get a perfect realistic skin tone, and then I add details, and then I'll even paint or root the baby's hair. And by the time the baby is all done, you'll have this finished baby doll that looks super realistic and feels heavy like a real baby. And I ship them off to my customers with an amazing box opening, which usually consists of several outfits and accessories that you can use with your baby. And since this baby is the same size as a real baby would be, you can actually use real baby clothes on the baby or any other real baby accessories. You can go shopping for these baby dolls in the baby section at Target or Walmart or wherever you want to go. That's the beauty of reborn dolls. It's like having a baby without actually having a baby. The artwork is just phenomenal. I am also a collector, so I have really beautiful, stunning reborn dolls of my own, which if you follow my channel, you'll see some videos of them because I love to show them off. Okay, without further ado, let me show you guys my studio/bedroom. Alright guys, so here I am standing at my bedroom door. This is what you see as soon as you come into my studio. Over here I have my desk, and over here I have my Nursery Nook. This is where I display my own personal babies from my private collection. Here I have Poppy. She is the Odessa kit by Laura Lee Eagles. And over here I have Prototype Martin. He is a reborn, but I have him as a girl who I've lovingly named Clementine. Both of these babies are by Jacqueline Kramer, who is an amazing prototype artist out of Germany. These are the only two babies I have in my collection right now. I have their box openings up on my channel if you would like to go look at them. And they are the perfect sisters because they both have this beautiful red newborn skin tone that Jacqueline Kramer does, and they're just amazing. I can only hope to be as good as Jacqueline Kramer one day. Luckily, I am going to meet her this summer at the Dolls of the World Expo, and I'm going to take a rooting class from her firsthand, so that's going to be absolutely epic. And then over here I have a basket full of mostly these are like my photo props, I would say. I've got these signs, which are awesome when I complete a baby. I've got these little mats, which one goes with this play gym, some really adorable little dolls, just other items. Let's see, what do I have here? I haven't used these yet. I've only really made newborn babies so far. But I figured that would be good for a photo prop one day. And then over here I have box openings that I'm putting together. This is Baby Bear's box openings. I even got his body just waiting for me to put his head on. I forgot to include this in the last video that I did about his box opening, so he's also coming home with this adorable bear stuffy. And then here's another box opening for another cuddle baby that I'm making, and I'll show you guys her. And then when you look over here, it's my workstation, and I try to keep it as beautiful as possible. And what I'll do is I'm going to leave some affiliate links down in the description box below for whatever I can find on here that I feel like you guys would want to know where I get it from, because I do get asked a lot like about these spice jars and random things like that. So I'll either put the same link down to what I have purchased or something similar down in the description box below. I recently started learning how to paint, but all of that is on hold right now because I'm so busy reborning. But I recently made some merch, so if you guys are interested in having some cute little apparel items that have a baby and a paintbrush on it, maybe if you're a reborn artist, I do have things like shirts and baby clothes and hats and bags and whatever, but I thought this apron was really awesome, especially if you're a reborn artist. I have a few styles in my merch shop. I'll put the link down below, or you can go to my website. I also have it on there. And I also got this coffee mug, which I thought was awesome. All right, guys, let's get into everything I've got going on in my desk over here. Here, I'll start with the desk because I really spent a lot of time figuring out what desk was going to be perfect for reborning. So down here, there's this little dip, or this like lower shelf, which is like meant for a printer, right? If this was, which it is, this is just a computer desk. But I thought that's gonna be perfect for my drying rack, which it is. It's like up and out of the way. So I really, really liked that about this desk. And then I also liked how there was this higher up shelf right here, which is where you would put like your computer's monitor, right? And so I had in mind that I would put my mix jars up here, and that worked perfectly how I was wanting it to. And I used Genesis heat set paints, which come in these little jars. Oh, where's my lid for this one? That's weird. I'm gonna have to look for that. Is it in here? No. But these little jars, they are so messy and they will leak if you don't have them sitting upright. So I bought these little nail polish trays to display them in, and for the most part it's been really nice. I like how I can see what I need to grab and it's just right there in front of my face, but they still will leak, and once they leak they get like stuck in here, and I have the hardest time trying to get them out because they fit in here just enough. Oh, there's the lid. So I've been just like removing the lids without like pulling the jars out because I can't. And that's, I don't know, it's kind of a pain. But for the most part, it's not a big deal. And I do like having my paints on display like that. Okay, so over here, let's start with this little stand that I have. I have this little basket, maybe I got from the dollar store or something. I've got this, what is it, a P100, yeah, P100 ventilation mask. So I like to wear this when I've got a lot of thinner in my face. I just don't feel good about breathing all of that in for hours on end. And I'll show you in a second, but I take my New Wave oven that I bake the doll parts in, because these paints are Genesis heat set paints that just got discontinued, by the way. So I'm gonna have to start using something else. But the only way that they cure is by baking it. So I go outside and bake the babies right outside this wall. So I never have my windows open, which I would just recommend opening up a window to just get some air circulation in the room that you're reborning in. But since my oven's right outside, I keep mine closed. I don't always wear it, but I do wear it when I'm doing like washes and just I have a ton of thinner going everywhere, and I've got all of my jars full of thinner just open, sitting there. I don't know. I like to be safe. So in this basket, I just have items that I would need to quickly grab that I don't want to go digging through any of my drawers for. And then that way it just keeps things a little bit organized, and I like having a place to put all my items. That way it doesn't look so messy. I've got my Prisma pencils in here. I've got my magnets. I've got broken needles. I put them in here. I've got my little logo patches that I like to sew on the bodies. And then I've got like just a bunch of pacifiers in here, a hairbrush, just random little things. I've got rooting needles here when I need to grab them. I've got all my different adhesives and glazes that I use. I have twine because I always use it when I'm packaging up a baby. I put it here just because it's quick to grab. I've got my thinner over here, and then this is a jar of thinner that I use to just rinse my brushes off at the end of every session when I'm cleaning up my desk. And then in here, you have to have a place to put all of your baby clothes. So I've got all my boy clothes up here, and it's a mix of clothes for my own personal collection, but then also outfits that I've been saving up for box openings in the future, like this really cute shark outfit. And then down here I have all the girl outfits and some diapers. I've also got diapers right here. In these boxes, let's see, Christina from the Reborn family sent me this box back when we did our baby shower. And in it, I have all of my sponges that I like to reuse as much as I possibly can. I've got my mottling sponges in there, just my beauty blenders, whatever I need. And in this box, I have a couple other sponges. Mostly it's these plugs. I have a couple odd bodies that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. But the most important thing in this box, and I don't really touch this box because I want to keep all of these certificates in here as nice as possible. But this is where I keep all the COAs for the kits that I've purchased. And they're in there. They're nice and flat. They're not gonna get messed with. So that's what's in that box. And then this right here, I've got my broken ring light. I don't really know what to do with that thing. But yeah, in here, this is just a lot more items that I need when it comes to reborning. So it's a bunch of random stuff. I've got all of my eyes in here. I've got all of these letters for my letter boards. I've got all of my hair in here, which, by the way, Stella, I'm thinking this is the blonde hair I'm going to use on your reborn Quinn, because this hair reminds me so much of my Darren's hair. It's like the same blonde color, and it's got the wave to it, and it's Slumberland Nursery, so it is really nice mohair. I've got so much hair now. Let's see what else is in here. Some felt for when I'm modifying the pacifiers. I've got all of my photo paper for the birth announcement photo cards that I like to send home with all of my babies. Some sponges, some voice boxes I haven't used yet. These were from when I did that video for the DIY Docatot, if you guys remember that video. Got baby wafers to make your baby smell like a baby, but I don't usually include these because some people are really sensitive to the smell. Some paintbrushes, some sponges, some wire cutters. I don't know why I have wire cutters in here. Oh, this is that like homemade cornstarch matte varnish that one reborn artist sent me. If you guys remember my reborn Felicity, she got damaged during shipping, and I don't know if it was the saran wrap on her face or what, but her face was all shiny. So then her reborn artist sent me this to fix it myself, and this was before I even started reborning. I hadn't even started yet. I can't believe I still have this. And I used it to fix her. So I have a video of that if you guys want to watch that video. That's an old one. I don't know why I have Goo Gone. I just have random things. Why do I have chopsticks in here? Oh, it's for stuffing using polyfill. Okay, but that's what's in this basket. Okay, and so up on this hidden shelf, I have my reborn junk journal that I made out of this macrame rainbow wall decor piece that Christina from the Reborn family gave me. And she also gave me this cute little crochet baby, and I use it as like a little way to close my junk journal. And if you guys don't know what a junk journal is, it's a journal where you can just keep like random pieces of paper, like tickets or just receipts or anything that you would throw away normally, like this picture I made of Clementine's dad, one of my dolls. Like I was done with this, so I would have just thrown it away, but now I have a place to keep it. And I keep some like practice printouts of dolls, like the photo cards that I've sent home with them. And then sometimes they don't turn out, like they don't print as good as I need them to. And so then I just keep them on hand in my junk journal, and they end up being like really nice little pieces of nostalgia for me, you know what I mean? So it's always fun to go through here and like see these things that I normally would have just thrown away. And then I have receipts. Always good to keep your receipts when you have a business, right, for taxes and such. Business cards for random things. I take notes of what I need to do next. And you guys, this was so fun to make. I mean, I made this all by myself. I sewed in the pages, and I used pages out of the Rose Doll Show calendar. So this was back in 2021 when I made this. Words of encouragement for me, never perfect, always special. Yes, that's so true. I recommend watching my video of me making this, and maybe you guys can make one for yourselves. And then I have extra paints back here hidden. They're just in a box because they get so messy. I have my paint brushes and this little thing that I usually will go and after I finish cleaning my brushes off, I take them into another room to air dry so they're not like drying in my bedroom here and releasing all those fumes. I've got gloves. I've got my magnifying pieces for my new headset for rooting, which has been really helpful. So these are just your average spice jars, which are amazing and so useful when you have your pre-mixes, because you will just continuously use these same colors over and over. And so there's no point getting, throwing away your premix if you still have some left. I recommend getting spice jars that have a glass lid, because mine had plastic lids on there, and I don't know if you can tell, but they are all cracked. The fumes from the thinner crack the plastic. So no doubt the fumes were just being released into the room. And so I want to buy like new spice jars, or at least get some glass lids if I can find them. But in the meantime, what I've done is I've just put tape all over the lids, and it's actually, I don't know how good it's holding up, because the tape's definitely like lifting up. Like the fume is the fumes are savage, okay? Like this one, after I put the tape on it, and I have some random little magnets just chilling, the plastic lid cracked even more underneath the tape. So thinner doesn't like being trapped, apparently. Okay, and then I have these little wall decor things. You can just get them. I think I got mine at Target. No, wait, where did I get mine? I got my set for like $10 at either Target or Marshall's. I was gonna get a pegboard originally, but that was like $50, and I wanted to get 2 of them and put them up here on the wall just like this. But then I found these, which basically serve the same purpose. I just wanted something that I can put little photo cards up on for like references. So like these 2 pictures I'm using as reference. I just printed them off the computer. Here's a picture of my daughter, because I recently made a portrait baby of her. And then I have my color wheel. It's always nice to glance up at that. And I have one of the last babies that I made that I'm just so proud of. This was reborn Alyssa, and he was a little Christmas baby. He was so amazing. I called him Danzig. Probably the most favorite baby that I've made. These are little cork boards, which I would just use for more like paper materials to hang up when I need to. And I love to have plants around me at all times. Today I have a gorgeous bouquet of blue hydrangeas that smell so good, and they're so pretty. We're coming into springtime, and I saw those and I just had to have them. I've got an orchid over here. I don't know if it's ever gonna bloom again, but I absolutely love orchids. And I'm gonna show you guys the babies in just a moment. Let's just finish going through the desk. Oh, I have this amazing light up here that I've attached to the back of my desk. And it lets me do all different kinds of light and different levels of light. And so this has been really great for videos. I use my little attachment right here to film, and I turn on this light and the light just really lights it up. That sounds silly. Of course it lights it up, but it makes everything look so good. Although it messes with my eyes like in real life, but it looks really good on camera, and I guess that's all that matters when it comes down to my YouTube channel. Okay, why don't I just show you the babies? This is the baby that I am finishing up right now, guys. So this little girl is Magnolia by Bonnie Sieben, and Bonnie Sieben is the same sculptor as our baby bear over here. This is the Ellie kit by Bonnie Sieben. And so originally I was thinking that this little girl was going to be a donation to the doll show, but she started giving me a ton of issues, you guys. She looks amazing, but I decided I was going to insert this instead, since I ended up completing her before editing my video. And look how freaking cute this little girl is. Oh my gosh, she's so cute for being a boo-boo baby. Now that she's all put together, I'm able to clearly tell you everything that is wrong with her. She has some cracking right here on the bridge of her nose. I had baked her so many times trying to cure it. I spent 2 days just baking her over and over, and trying all the different methods that I was recommended by other artists. And nothing ended up working, so I decided I was just gonna give up and just list her as a boo-boo baby. I do love how her hair turned out. I think her hair is really, really pretty. And let me show you the swirl on the back of her head. There's her swirl. Her varnish just isn't really perfect in some spots because I was using like the new formula or something. I don't really know, but it was giving me all kinds of problems. But since her vinyl was collapsing in the oven, she had all this like messed up paint on the back of her ears and on the back of her neck, and I tried to like cover it up. It's just not perfect. So, but that's on the back of her neck. And then there's a little bit of glue in the corner of her eye. You can see down there some glue. So those are her boo-boos, but she's still so gorgeous. She's like such a cute little cuddle baby, you guys. I'm really hoping that somebody will love her regardless. She has really nice glass eyes in. These are full round glass eyes that I got off Etsy. They are hazel, so in the light, they look pretty light colored, and there's even a hint of purple in there, which suits her box opening theme so beautifully. And the theme I went with was spring, so there's florals and bunny rabbits. Putting her eyes in was so extremely difficult for some reason, and my X-Acto knife kind of nicked the bottom of her eyes. So I have gone over that with varnish so that it doesn't like continue to tear. Her vinyl is a little bit like pushed out down here on her chin, although I mean you really can't notice, but I didn't want to put her back in the oven to try to reshape it now that her eyes are glued in, because last time with my last baby I baked the head with the eyes in and it ended up cracking the vinyl. Really, her head shape it's good. The only thing I noticed was like down here, it seemed like it was protruding, but like right now I don't notice it. But also I am the artist, so I'm like super critical. So let me show you her little stuffy. She's actually gonna come with 2 stuffies and a blanket. Let me show you. Here's one of her little bunny rabbit stuffies, and it's this really soft white bunny rabbit with the same print on its ears as her outfit. So I thought that was so cute. And then the blanket she's gonna come home with is this gorgeous purple knit blanket. It's so beautiful. It matches her headband, and I love the texture on it. And it even comes with this cute little bunny rabbit rattle. So that is really, really precious. She'll come home with this modified Ma'am pacifier because she doesn't have any magnets in because she has an open mouth. So she'll take that, and you guys can make these yourself. You just cut the nipple down until it fits in her mouth. This would be cute if this one had a bunny rabbit on it, or if it was purple, but it's okay. She has pink mittens and a pink pacifier. This is the other sleeper she'll come home with, and it's super sweet. You have a lot of birds in spring, so that fits the theme. And then I'll send her home with this purple bow up here. So you have two different styles of bows. Sometimes I like a big bow, sometimes I don't. Usually I don't like a big bow, but this bow looks so cute on her. And see how her bangs hang out underneath? So cute. Okay, so I might still try to mess with this little crack on her nose. I'll give you guys a really good look at it. That's what it looks like. So I did go over it with air dry varnish, and I don't know, that didn't really make any difference. So I feel pretty lost at this point. I don't know what else I could do to try to just cover that up, but I might still, if I get an idea, try to do something to fix it. But for now, this is what I got. She was born on March 30th at 4:10 p.m. and she weighs 6 pounds 7 ounces or something like that. I made a short of her being assembled, so I'll share that at some point too, so you can watch her be born. This little girl I think would be perfect for maybe an older child who wants to have a reborn. Since her eyes are made of glass, they can break, so I wouldn't recommend her for a younger child, but because she has painted hair and is a cuddle baby, meaning she has an all-cloth body, she'd be good for a responsible kid who's ready to have a reborn baby. But yeah, you guys, I hope you love her. She's really, really precious. Hey guys, okay, so what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to list her on eBay as an auction starting at $250. I wasn't really sure what price I should list her as since she's a boo-boo baby, so I was wanting to do $300, but I'm gonna start it at $250 and let you guys decide. This is a great opportunity for a lot of you guys to get one of my dolls for a really low price because normally they are so much more than this. Hopefully, I'm hoping that whoever gets her will still be completely blown away and super happy to have her, even though she's a boo-boo baby. I'm so bummed that she's a boo-boo baby, and I'm so bummed that I don't get to donate her to the show, but I decided that with the money I get from her auction, I will use that money for new lighting that I really need and can use for my business, and it's gonna make this channel so much better. So I've been wanting it for a long time, and I'm just like, can't really justify spending $300 on all that, but I will definitely use this money I wasn't gonna get from her in the first place anyways, to go towards some good. So just know, if you adopt this baby, you are helping my business out and my channel out, so thank you so much. I know I said I was gonna do a darker cloth body the next time that I did a baby, but I had this on hand and she was supposed to be like a donation baby. Since she's a boo-boo baby, I'm just not going to, like, you know, invest too much more in her because I mean, she's already got the really nice glass eyes in her, and yeah, I'm just gonna use what I have on hand. I promise when I do a darker skinned baby in the future and I am planning it out better, I'm going to get a matching cuddle body for it to the best of my ability, I promise. All right, moving on. So this little guy right here, Baby Bear, which I should have said this, I should have pitched this at the beginning of my video. Come on now, Jill, I'm slacking. He's a cuddle baby that I'm actually giving away to one of my subscribers right now. I'm hosting the giveaway, so if you want to enter it, then go down to this description below. I'm gonna have a link, click on that, and you better enter with the quickness because in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, like a week and a half, we're gonna pick the winner, and he's coming home with that amazing box opening down there in that basket. and he's gonna have fully rooted hair, and he is really detailed. This little boy, I went all out on him. He's got Milia, he's got Lanugo. I mean, he's going to be amazing, and I'm trying to give him some cute hair up there. I'm trying to give him this hair and this hair, like a mix of both. This little girl is Reborn Brooklyn. She's a custom, so she's not available. But I am really proud of this baby right here. She is looking so realistic. And my plan is to make her like a little strawberry blonde or like a redhead. So I was really trying to give her a very light Caucasian skin tone. She looks so real to me that I'm even like freaking myself out. And then we have Joanna over here, who's also a Reborn. Reborn means they are a kit that was copied from a real baby. So they scanned a real newborn infant and then they made a kit, a blank kit of that baby for artists to paint and turn into a real baby. So Brooklyn here is a Reborn, and so is Joanna right here. Joanna is going to be available to you guys to adopt. She's actually available right now. She's first come, first serve. She's up on my website. She's gonna have a fully rooted head of hair, and she's a step behind Brooklyn. So like Brooklyn has a bit more details than Joanna right now. But Joanna's skin tone, I was trying to go for like an Asian skin tone with her because I think I'm gonna give her some dark hair. So she's like a little bit darker than Brooklyn. Her skin tone does look really, really good. She just needs some details and then she's really gonna start to look realistic. But she's a really popular kit. So if anybody wants Joanna, then head on over to my website. Okay, and let's continue with the desk. I've got just random items I need to grab, some paintbrushes, scissors. I use scissors all the time. I've got these little scissors, I've got big scissors, fabric scissors, toothbrushes for hair combing. I've got my rooting tools, I've got tweezers. Here I've got my sewing needles and my rooting needle so that I don't lose track of it. I put my thinner in here that I'm using, and this bottle is not from the dollar store. So if you guys saw my recent short, you know that I almost went blind because I was using one of these from the dollar store and it exploded on me and I got thinner in my eyes. It literally felt like a bucket of thinner was poured in my eyes, and I got it in my mouth. I got it everywhere. It was terrifying. I thought I was never going to see my children again. I was praying to Jesus. That's 100% true story. It was terrifying. But luckily, I'm okay. I've got some linseed oil in here. Of course, we got to have crystals up in here because, you know, I'm all about that good energy. Here I've got my rooting pillow. I've got my rooting binoculars, and that's the hair I'm currently using for baby bear up there. In this drawer, mostly what it is, it's my assembling drawer. When it comes down to time to assemble the babies and put them together, I gotta fill them with glass beads. I've got all these zip ties. There's even like packaging material, like when I'm ready to ship them out. I've got my scale so I can weigh the baby and see how much the baby weighs when they're born. Once you clip the last zip tie off of your baby, that's when your doll is considered to have been born. And you weigh the baby and see how much it weighs at birth, and you log what time the baby was born. So all your baby dolls should come home with like a birth certificate or birth announcement card saying this is how much they weigh and this is what time they were born. It's really, really cute to do it like that. And then I just have this little tray that has wheels on it and I can move it around to hold just more of my supplies. I've got my bead material so that I can make my custom My Heart is in Vermont wooden pacifier clips. This is just like more paint and stuff for my other projects. But I've got my professional camera and just like toothpicks, I don't know, just whatever I need, right? So the point is, you might have a bunch of random junk, but as long as you have somewhere to put it all, then your studio can look organized and nice and pretty. And so then when it's time for me to bake the babies, I conveniently can step out here on my back porch and I just bake the baby right there. So please don't mind all of my clover. We are trying to get rid of it. And where do I keep all of my blank kits, you might ask? Well, let me show you. Here's my closet. And this is where I keep all of my blank kits. I even have like my air dry paints, which I haven't broke into yet, so I just kind of leave them in here. I've got my puppy pads down there. Yeah, that's where I store all of my blank kits, right underneath my dresses and my mermaid tail. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, share it, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're interested in Magnolia over here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!